right, guys, here we are. Not necessarily the best weather to try out the Bolany 680 inverted fork. Yes, but we got to get this done. So
what are we doing?
We've got a patron here. Oh, Brandy in the flesh.
There's layers. Wait. I got the wolf chick. Wait, hang on. I got a lot of layers on.
There we go. This was all her idea. So
no, it's not.
Very good thinking.
Because it's 25 degrees out.
Oh my
and it
gosh.
feels like it's 14.
We are going to probably do the Cat's Meow, do a little real-time review for you with the Bolany 680 inverted forks that Berserker Nick sent us. And then, if I'm not frozen a complete popsicle, I can't even talk. We're going to go to the other side, probably hit Blue Jay and Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to go. Real-time review on these forks. We got them mounted on Project Ron Burgundy, everybody's favorite bike.
Doesn't look bad.
No, it's a good looking bike.
Bad.
Yeah, 140 millimeters of travel. Let's see if we can snap that head tube or if it holds up.
I'm not dragging you back.
Get off my hand!
Hello. Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again another Wolf Tick Videos episode.
I hope the Patreons get to watch all this bull.
Golly, man, he's been full hot all night. Guys, we are glad you are here. We are finally about to reveal the all-new, it's the most interesting fork that we have reviewed on this channel, I would say that.
It's like the Dos Equis guy of forks for us.
Yes, it's the Bolany Factory Bolany King of the Jungle Bolany 680 inverted 27.5.
That's a lot.
But wait.
Well, no, tested at 27.5, but 29 as well.
29 as well.
27.5
boosted fork that Berserker Nick hooked us up with. So we finally got a chance to take this thing out to Northwoods in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yeah. And we rode the crap out. We got so many different trail rides in there.
Well, first of all, you rode the crap out of it. I didn't get on it.
Somebody was in their Kemimoto jacket.
You want to talk about Kemimoto?
We'll breathe up real quick.
Whoa!
25-degree weather, guys.
I even kept my tag on there so people could see me sporting it. The battery-powered heated jacket was awesome. The only downside I'm going to have to say is whoever made this is left-handed. The zipper.
It's the zipper, yeah.
That's the one complaint I have about this jacket. Other than that, Kemimoto, thank you. It was good to have that.
Guys, we're fixing to take you out to Northwoods. We're going to hit probably the Cat's Meow, Blue Jay, and Ragnarok. So once we get done showing you guys the trail footage, we're going to bring you back, and we're going to be rating this thing on our budget $200 or less fork.
Because that's what it was when we got it.
That's what it was when we got it, when Berserker Nick. So Berserker Nick, thank you again.
Yes,
guys, let's take you out to the trails. There's a little bit of Brandy H in there too. You can see her on her e-bike.
Yeah.
And then we will see you guys back here when we're going to break this thing down. We're going to talk about the scores, and we're going to see where it ranks.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, you have your radio?
No, it's dead.
Are you serious? You didn't charge the damn radio?
It's dead. All right, Brandy.
It's always something.
Hey, you go first. Let me ride behind you a little bit.
Always something.
All right, we'll see you. Love you. All right, guys. So here we go. We got Brandy up in front. Hope she doesn't make me look bad and just completely obliterate me on these trails today with her e-bike. Now the fork, let's go ahead and put this sucker in lockout. Okay. We got this thing at, I think it's 85 pounds of pressure right now. Lockout's on. And if you guys remember the Wolf Dad Dyno test, Wolfman jumped on there. There's a tad bit of movement in these forks when you go into the lockout. And I want to say it goes for, it was hard to find on eBay or Amazon, around $186 to $195. Definitely under the, it's in our budget category. All right, let's go and take this thing off of lockout. All right, so we're gonna do some climbing with it open instead of locked out so I can get more of a feel. Now they had kind of a chance to ride on them a little bit. I think 85 might be the spot. And one thing I'm digging, not only the inverted look, like I said, this is definitely the most interesting fork that we reviewed on this channel, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how they react with the bigs, given that the stanchions are 34 millimeters wide. So something that's really great with the overall feel of this bike right now is the rigidity, I guess you could say. Like the whole upper part of the fork and the head tube feels so stable. There's no flex in it at all right now. And I think it's because that inverted effect, you know. It just feels really good and very responsive. I'd say even more so than some of our more expensive forks. All right, we got Brandy up here smoking me. We were almost to the cat's meow. Taking on the cat's meow, and don't forget, since we're out here at Northwoods, we're going to the other side. We're gonna probably hit up Blue Jay. See how these things really act with the bigs. And here we are at the famous, world famous, Brandy Hodges is up here. World famous cat's meow. How was your climb up, Brandy?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, was it?
Tad bit cold.
You were smoking me up there.
Well, you know, I keep forgetting what, I just hit buttons and sometimes I turn into turbo.
All right, guys, well, the fork performed great on the way up. And I actually think that those little dust cover things do a pretty good job of keeping the mud off the stanchions. This side over here, I've got a bunch of mud and crap on it. And then, of course, it's without my flap because I had to get the shot for you guys. But I think there might actually be a use for those things. But all right, let's go ahead and drop that seat post. Let's hit the cat's meow. Standing room only. Say it, Brandy.
Standing room only. He needs a dropper.
Standing room only. Let's hit the cat's meow and let's send it, guys. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this compression ring all the way up. If I can remember when we get back to the truck, we're going to measure that out and see if we indeed have 140 millimeters of travel. Well, let's hit it. I'm excited. See how the Bolany does, and we're full open on it too. Okay. Brandy, here we go. Okay. Wow, okay, it's absorbing the little pumps here pretty good. I think I've got that rebound right about 3/4 like we talked about in the shop. I kind of like it a little on the slower side. Wow, she's smooth up there. Okay, I said the rigidity of the top part of the fork, I can really feel this trail, guys. It's so nice. There's no flex. Completely over the step up there. No flex on it. Got the tabletops, 1 and the 2. We'll hit this a little slower. Oh yeah, 3. Okay. The landing was nice and smooth. Take a look at it. Okay, now that is what I'm talking about. Look at that. That compression ring went way down there. Very nice. So it looks like we're actually getting some travel today. How nice. All right, let's keep on keeping on here. Fork feels really good in the turns. And I'm telling you, man, with those 34 between the trees, oh yeah. With the 34 millimeter stanchions, they just feel beefier, guys. They really do. The slack of this bike going downhill is fun. Got the tire test area down here. Okay, big tabletop. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Very good into the switchbacks. Man, this fork is quiet. You know what's crazy is I don't think I'm using this whole fork up.
You're using almost all of it.
Almost all of it, but I don't feel it bottoming out, which is nice.
It's
like,
not bottomed out.
no, I think that's really helpful with them 34 millimeter the stanchions on there. Like, it's beefy, man. It feels just very stable. Especially right now, I was telling the camera, I think I just need a little bit more peak on them features to really fill the fork out. And it's doing very good in the bigs. I think it's going to be a very, I don't know, I think it's going to be a pretty high rated fork. All right. Well, just got done with the cat's meow. Had a blast out there. And I have to say, I'm curious where this fork's gonna rate. It's got a lot of positives to it with not a lot of negatives. Just I'm having a problem with the preload, and I think part of that is figuring out the slack that this bike has got now, you know? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to Blue Jay and probably hit that a couple of times and see how these forks do in the bigs. We got a lot bigger features over there. All right, guys, over here at Hub H, and we are about to hit the Blue Jay with the all-new Bolany 680 inverted forks. And we've got Brandy H with us, and we got her man, old Kevin, over here. So Kevin took the Waterworks trail up, which I hate, is terrible. I told Brandy, she got the e-bike, or Bea, and I was like, hey, I don't think you're gonna be able to handle the fire trail. She's like, no, believe me, I'll be able to.
Oh yeah.
So her just boom, right up the fire
And
trail.
I still had 1 gear left.
So we came up the fire road, a heck of a
Berserker
workout.
Dick, you know what you're in for. When you get your trick rail with the Bosch motor, hell yeah, it can go up the hill.
Yeah, dude, it was nasty. Anyway, so we're fixing to hit this Blue Jay a couple times. I haven't really got to try out a lot of the smalls with the fork, but we're fixing to hit some bigs with it. We'll hit the Blue Jay a couple times, and then we're going to hit the Ragnarok guys, and we'll see how this thing performs overall. I'm hoping that I can feel a little bit more of the takeoff now that I've kind of got a better feel for the bike over here at Northwoods. But all right, Hub H, Northwoods, let's do it. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Well, we'll get to see Blue Jay on not Tuesday's video, but the video after that. All right, we're gonna hit this. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's do this. Blue Jay with the Bolanys. All right, let's hit it. Crotch cam is engaged, by the way. Oh yeah. A little more speed here. Oh man, the takeoff is great on these things. I'm feeling the entire takeoff now. I think we just need some bigger jumps to put this thing through. Here we go. Okay. Barely cleared it, but we cleared it. I love this Blue Jay trail. Oh yeah. Man, that's the cutout. If you don't hit that just right, you'll hit the tree, so they put some caution tape up. All right. All right, guys, this is Dreamcatcher about to hit Ragnarok. Sorry if I'm sniffling a lot. It is chilly out here. Now, the small bump, micro travel stuff, I'm not really feeling it, so I don't know if that camera's catching all of it, but it doesn't feel like I'm getting a lot. Check this out down here. One of my favorite trails here at Northwoods. It's so long, it goes and goes and goes. The adjustment's gonna score high, I think, on this fork. Whew. I think this would be a fork a lot of people are gonna wonder how the lifespan is on it. Whew. It is boost. That's a downfall for people that don't want to spend that money or don't have an adapter. Woo! So it can get a little costly, or if they don't have a through axle wheel. But there are some more options out there. All right, takes the turns nice. What I like about it is when it's compressed, it stays there and it feels like there's still travel after it's done being compressed, which is a big improvement with these budget forks. Usually don't get that. It kind of just stops after a certain point. But this guy here, we've still got movement. Now, let's get back to the truck and let's get this fork. Let's see what the compression is at right now, because we've definitely used a lot of it up. I haven't felt it bottom yet. I can't wait to watch the footage back. And then we're gonna go to the shop. We're gonna rate this thing. Let's do it. Damn, that was fun.
So I hear nobody crashed.
Yeah, nobody crashed.
Nobody crashed. Had a good time. Northwoods has got another Ragnarok fan. Kevin says it's his favorite trail in Arkansas.
Arkansas, and we've been to Bentonville.
Yeah, that trail is a blast.
You've been to Bentonville and you like that?
We've been to Bentonville, and this Northwoods is awesome. It has everything, downhill, flow, cross country, little rollers. And we haven't even hit the Cedar Glades area.
Well, we've been saying it for a while. There's no need to go to Northwest Arkansas. Come to Central Arkansas.
Yeah, come to Northwoods. Come to Mount Nebo. Yeah. But one thing I want to do before we go to the shop is I want to try out. I want to get the caliper tool and see how much travel. Because you know the crazy thing is I haven't felt me bothering these forks out yet.
I think told you they have too much pressure.
I think they've been there, but I think there's just a tad bit more to go. Okay, 125. When we measured this right out of the box with 100 pounds of pressure in it, it was 150 right on the money. And right now this is showing 146.
Well, yeah, but you also have some sag and stuff. And holding and,
a little bit. And it's freezing out here, but so 125, 126 on the travel used. But yeah, man, the Bolany King of the Jungle Top Series 680 inverted fork. under $200. Let's go back to the shop. Let's see how this thing rates, man. It did pretty well out here today. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That was the real-time review. And again, it was 25 degrees out. It was pretty damn cold. I do apologize. I mean, it's hard to think in 25-degree weather, you know, let alone ride and talk to you guys. But what did you think of the what you saw on the forks?
Well, I think they should have been ran a little less pressure, but we'll get to that here in a minute.
Yeah.
You know, I know that they get a lot of, like you say, Bolany, all them, whatever, you say that name, you hear that name, and people immediately start going, oh, they're crap, they're trash, they're this, that. But I'm going to say right now, our first impressions of this fork they're pretty good.
I think they're pretty good.
I mean, for the money.
They got so much crazy hate from the impressions video.
Yeah.
The install, everybody goes, oh, they're going to snap. What do you think? And, you know.
Well, in all fairness, we didn't have the time of the weather to beat on. They got some workout, but they didn't get beat on yet.
Yeah,
but we're going to do that.
Yeah, so we are definitely going to be. We'll get into all that. We're going to be doing an update. Definitely, those forks are going to stay on this bike for a while. But guys,
you won't take them off.
I thought in my opinion, after watching the footage, after having some time to warm up and think about it, I like the Bolany forks a lot.
Well, what did you think when you were out there?
I thought they were great, and we'll see the scoring. It was hard to fill a lot of the smalls, and I was really looking forward to watching the footage back.
I think they're about. I told you when we were dynoing them, I said I think they need to be around 80.
Yeah, and
you had them at 85.
I didn't bottom these forks out once out there.
No.
I think they really shined. I think my favorite thing about them was the stability, and you said that when we did the dyno test. You said, "Hey, these things are not flexing." Yeah. I was shocked that the Bolany's did not flex, and they don't even have that top arch.
No, they're look. I don't know if they're trying to. I really don't know if they're trying to turn a page and come back as a better quality, or if we just got a really good set, or if
the through axle, everything was
something
really nice.
I don't, man. They for a budget fork, they are really. They have a good initial feel.
They do.
Long term, we'll see. You're going to ramp the hell out of them.
That's what I'm really curious on. I mean, these were the heavier
I hope the bike frame handles it.
And I mean, I think the big negative on these forks on a lot of people's, and I didn't really think about it because we do so many fork videos, but people that are riders out there, guys only have 1 or 2 bikes, this is a fork that a lot of them said they want to stay away from, and the reason why was weight.
But it's also, I mean, if you're going to have the weight, you need to have the durability. I feel it's gonna come out tougher than any of the other budget Chinese whatever forks everyone calls them.
Yeah, I hope the feel is like that all the way throughout its life. Let's see.
We'll see long term.
Yeah, let's see how this thing rated. Everybody's probably be like, "Oh, that's top of the board." You know, let's. I don't know.
Well, where do you think it's going to be?
I think realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if it was right above the Himalo Drift 32.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be shocked if it was right in the middle. Well, it's pretty damn hard to be right in the middle of the Sun Tours.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if it goes right here.
If you guys aren't familiar with the scoring, we're going to go through it right now. We do have a video where we break it down and tell you how we're going to score it when we first start scoring some of the forks.
Yeah. And
that's a pretty popular video. You guys, if you haven't seen it yet, you can check it out. We'll show you the thumbnail or something. Right. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the thing to click on. So I don't like that.
The budget. Under $200 fork rating. Let's have it.
Okay, so the Bolany inverted 680 140 millimeter fork that was $186-ish. That's now, from what you say, has gone up.
It's gone up.
Anyway, and it's made for $29 or $27.5, whatever. It is in looks. You gave this fork a perfect 5.0 out of 5.
Yeah, 5.0 out of 5.
Which I think you're being a little generous. I would probably knock it at least down to 4.5.
I don't know, man. It really looks like out of all the budget forks that we've got,
crazy
this is one of the craziest, most awesome looking forks. They did such a good job with the decals, black and gray. I mean, they just kept it simple, and that's the way it looks. I love it, and just with the red accents. You know, I think it's an awesome looking fork.
Yeah, it does look
that
good.
With the 34 millimeter stanchion.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect 5, but it does look good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I know you like 34 millimeter stanchions. That won you over too. The feel of the fork, you gave it a 3.8, which is funny because I probably would have given it a 4, so we'd probably be equal in our scores at least, or close to it.
Yeah.
Feel is just the physical grabbing the fork. You know, when you grab something, you pick it up, you go, "Wow, that thing feels like it's built well." or you feel like, oh, this is a cheap piece of crap. Well, you gave it a 3.8 out of 5.
I give it a 3.8 out of 5, and I think that the biggest
click and
negative with the feel, I don't like those dust or the rock covers or whatever, the protection covers.
Well, you think they're on there shoddy.
I think they're a little shoddy.
But,
I mean, there's only one way to mount them.
Yeah, I don't see another way to mount them.
But they just feel cheap, and I don't like when the fork compresses, they rub on the uppers. I don't like
so
that.
just that's the thing that keeps it from getting a higher score. Okay. Now, on the smalls, this is getting the performance aspect of it. Yeah. On the smalls, you give this fork a 3.8 out of 5.
3.8 out of 5 on the smalls. If you guys notice in some of this footage that we're going to be showing you, this fork didn't do all that great in the smalls. At a high rate of speed with some like bigger smalls, like it wasn't really rock gardens out there, but that style of terrain, there was some movement. But the whole damn time after we got done riding uphill, going towards the Cat's Meow, there was no movement in the front. It didn't feel that great unless you were really on top of it and you were doing that.
And I think there's two things there. I think one is you got that the way they sit. I mean, the way they sit, very
very slacked out. Yeah,
very
that's
slack.
one.
It was 25 degrees. You're slacked out, and you had too much pressure in it.
And I think
it could have done slightly better.
And the mixture of my 3/4 towards the slower side on the rebound. You know, it's a little bit slower. So I would like to. We'll definitely be doing the update on this bike and the fork, of course, in the future. And what we'll probably do is mess with the pressures a little bit and probably mess with that rebound because I would like to see.
When the weather's better, we can be out there longer.
Yeah, I'd like to see how it does. But that's why I had to get a small score in the smalls. It just wasn't that great.
We'll see. And on the adjustments having an effect on the fork, you give it a perfect 5.0 again.
Dude, this fork, my favorite thing about it is the 34mm stanchions, but adjustments as far as the compression on the top goes and the rebound on the bottom. The rebound's nice and hidden. It's way up in, it's almost like a RockShox works without having that stupid hex key. You can just reach up there and use your fingers. So I love that. But this fork, from the start of the day in 25-degree weather and colder, you know, jamming down all those mountains and everything, it stayed the same all the way throughout.
It was also windy.
Yeah, and windy. There was no changes with this fork's performance from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, and I think that says a lot.
We took a little air out, you could feel the difference. I know I felt that during the dyno.
We were messing with the dyno.
The rebound definitely showed that, it changed. Every time you adjusted the rebound, it was noticeable. Yeah. A lot of the forks, they don't really feel different until you get almost all the way to the end of one side or the other in the adjustment. Yeah. And those ones felt different every time you adjusted the rebound. Yeah. So I think, again, I think...
adjustments are great.
So I think maybe 5 might be maybe 4.8, but I'll give you, it's your score, 5. Okay. All right, large, soaks it up factor. The big one everyone gets excited about.
Yes.
And you felt on that one, it was almost perfect. You give it a 9.6.
9.6, guys. This thing right here, if you guys notice, all the small stuff or the medium stuff, this thing was like, you know, whatever, I'll move a little bit for you. And it wasn't like it was a jarring ride. It was just a smooth ride. Yeah. But as soon as I started hitting the Blue Jay, which we got the GoPro effect, Brandy will tell you because she's now ridden it.
She'll also tell you the GoPro effect on Cat's Meow.
Yeah, you got that damn GoPro effect on Blue Jay. I was really hoping that you guys could see the intensity with some of those tabletops and those jumps out there. But it's just this thing, you have got to ride it really hard. I was just so impressed with this fork, not only with the 34mm stanchions and the way that it absorbed a lot of the bigs out there, but I was also really impressed, and you said this afterwards when I was trying to explain it to you, how progressive this fork is.
See, that was the thing that you weren't sure what that was. Like, there's something about it, it doesn't just fade. Like you say, a lot of the cheap forks, they get to a certain spot. It doesn't matter if it's a 120 or a 100mm, and then they stay the same throughout. It just goes further or not.
A lot of cheap forks, they stay like that. They stay compressed, almost like you're locked out. This fork here actually had movement after that point, so it was just it was really nice feeling. I was really surprised that the Bolany was doing that. You know,
yeah, it weighed 5.89 pounds, and you take that at a possible 10, so then it comes out to 4.11 in the score. There was no penalties. It had no penalties.
It had everything. That was nice too, man. Using it up. I didn't bottom the fork out.
So the score, the total score on the Bolany inverted 680 140mm.
The most interesting fork on the channel.
It comes out to 31.31.
Really? Oh damn! So it's underneath the Himalo Drift 32.
Now, would you take the Drift 32 over it?
Damn.
No, you would not.
No. I don't like that fork nearly as much as this, but I mean the numbers, it's science. It's science, guys. Damn.
I tell you what it is, it's the weight.
Is it the weight that hurt that much?
The weight, yeah.
Man, so there you guys have it. That's the scoring on the Bolany, the most controversial fork. It's on the Ron Burgundy. It's going to stay on the Ron Burgundy.
It's not the most controversial.
Let me tell you guys something.
The most controversial is the Himalo downhill fork.
Yeah, make sure you guys watch that video if you haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
But Ron Burgundy bike is one of my favorite bikes. I love that bike. It fits me so good. And now that we've got that Bolany inverted fork on there, Bolany, I love it. That bike, I just want to ride it every day. And I mean, I rode it in 25-degree weather.
You were wanting to ride it anyway.
Golly, man. All right, guys. Well, if you would like to help out the channel, you guys can go down below and check out the Buy Us a Cup of Coffee link. You guys want to show a little bit of love and to help
Use some affiliate links.
Help provide some content. You can do that as well. And if you guys want a little bit more of Wolf Dad over here and his great scientific attitude, the scientific duo.
Attitude. I've got your attitude.
You guys can check out our Patreon page. It's pretty cool. We have a very cool community over there as well.
It's pretty cool. We have a great community. Small, great community. We try to keep in touch with them as much as we can. But it's not for everybody. It's not edited, and it's not for everybody.
Yeah. But maybe some of you guys want to go and check that out. But
yeah,
guys,
if you're not easily offended and you like some crazy banter, then check it out.
Banter's a good word. Guys, we appreciate you watching Wolf Tick videos as always. We will see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Bolany. Bolony.
Bolony.
Bolony. Bolony. Bolony. Hang on. Wolf Tick Nation.
Oh yeah, we got some Wolf Tick Nation news, if you will. Calling on the Wolf Tick Nation.
Calling on the Wolf Tick Nation. Our boy from the UK, old Honed Aggressor.
Is he from the UK?
From the UK.
Oh, that's right, he is.
Honed Aggressor. Some of you guys know him as Honed Aggressor. Some of you guys know him as Gary. Right?
Well, I think you should have been saying Gary, then somebody knows.
Gary. Now Gary's got this push-up challenge he's doing for the Alzheimer's Society, and apparently
Society or association?
Society. And apparently Gary wants to help out, but homeboy and all that great in the push-up.
Homeboy.
So we're gonna put a link down in the description below for you guys to help out Gary and help out the Alzheimer's Society.
If you guys would check it out, hit his link, check it out, see what he's up to. He's doing something to raise funds for charity. So
yeah,
guys, give him a look. We'll put the link.
Yeah. So Gary with the Alzheimer's Society, good luck, buddy. Honed Aggressor, appreciate it. And Wolf Tick Nation, check out that link if you have time. And we will see you guys on the next one.
Get your swole on with the push-ups.
Yeah.